In today's lesson, we'll be doing constructions. In order to do constructions, you need a compass and a straight edge or ruler. The first construction is copying a segment. In order to copy a segment, you obviously first need a segment, and then we at least need a point not on that segment. Take your protractor, compass, and place it on one end with a point, and then open it up so that the other line, the other end of the compass is at the other point. So you'll notice how I have the points of my compass on one end and the pencil tip on the other end. To make sure you've done this correctly, simply draw and make an arc and see that your pencil line goes through point B. Now take your compass, move it over to your other point. You'll notice my black dot on the screen here. Without changing the setting on the compass, and drag and make an arc. Now all you need to do is take your straight edge and connect your dot to any point on your arc. The edge of your notebook, a ruler, your planner, any of these things will work. You've now copied segment. Next, we're going to copy an angle. In order to copy an angle, you will first need to draw a ray or segment on your paper. Now take your compass, place the point at the vertex of the angle. Open up the compass. It doesn't have to be real wide, but also don't make it real small, and create an arc through your angle. Now, without changing any settings on your compass, move your compass over to your ray or line segment and place the point of the compass at one end and draw an arc. Next, take your compass back to your original angle, place one end of your compass at one of your intersection points of your arc and your side of your angle, and the other end at the similar point on the other side. So your compass should look something like what I have on the screen. Now you've set the opening to the exact width. Now take your compass over to your picture, place the point at the intersection of your ray and your arc. Without changing the settings, draw another arc. Next, move your compass out of your way and get out your straight edge. You're going to connect the starting point and go through the intersection point, like so. Make sure you've covered and crossed through the intersection point of your two arcs. So you have now copied an angle. Next, we're going to bisect a segment. Remember, bisecting means to cut it into two congruent pieces. Step one is to put the compass point on either end. Here I'll put it at A, and extend your compass out so that it is wider than halfway across your line segment. You'll notice the halfway point is about where the arrows are on the screen, and the pencil tip of my compass is definitely past that. I'm still going to go a little bit further, so I'm sure. Now all you need to do is draw a continuous arc from the top to the bottom. The bigger the better with this one. It's hard to make one that would be too big, so feel free to make it as big as you want. You could even make a full circle if you'd like. Now, without changing the settings, move the point of the compass to B and make an arc on that side with the same settings. Now you can move your compass out of the way, and your last step is to simply connect the two intersection points. There's one at the top and one at the bottom. We now have created two congruent segments. We have the first segment that goes from A to the line, and we have the second segment that goes from B to the line that we created. So the green line is congruent to the yellow line. Next, we're going to bisect an angle. First, start by putting your compass point at the center of the angle, or at the vertex of the angle. Similarly to copy an angle, we open up the compass, not real wide, but wide enough so that we can do some markings in between the angle, in the interior of the angle. Create an arc. Now, move the point of the compass to either intersection point of that you just created. We have the green and black on the right side, and we have the green and the black on the left side. Choose whichever one you want. Put your compass point at that spot. Now, if you want, you can change the size at this point. The important thing is that your compass is wider than the halfway point of your arc. Mine seems to be so I'm going to draw my arc. So I'll create my first arc. That one was created from the left side, or excuse me, from the right side. Now take your compass, don't change the settings this time, and move the point over to the A side. We're going to do the same thing we just did. This time I'll make a red line. So I just take and draw the arc long enough so that it crosses the blue. Now I'll move the compass out of the way, and you'll notice I have an intersection of the blue and the red. Simply take a straight edge, starting at B, draw a line, or a ray I should say, through the intersection point of the blue and red. I've now bisected the angles, which means the angle here that I'm tracing is equal to the angle on the other side. So we have the angle here, and we have the angle here. The left angle and the right angle are the same size. Next, we're going to create a perpendicular bisector. Remember, perpendicular means right angle. Start by placing the tip of the compass on either end. You can put it at A or B. I'll start by putting it at A. Once again, we're going to extend the compass more than halfway across. As you can see right now, my compass is about exactly halfway. That would not work very well at all. You definitely want to go more than halfway. I'm going to go about 3/4. Now, take and draw a continuous arc like so. Do not change the compass settings. Move the compass point to point B, and we're going to do the exact same thing that we just did. So I'm going to start at B, make a continuous arc that crosses the green twice. We've now created a perpendicular bisector. If we connect these two points, we will have it. Our final drawing is to construct a line perpendicular to a line through a point. We first start by taking our compass, placing the point at R, and extending our compass open so that it is going to for sure be crossing our line. What we're going to be doing is creating an arc that crosses line M twice. So I start above the line on the left and swing it around to above the line on the right. We've just created two intersections, one on the right, one on the left. So we now have a segment between those two intersection points. I take the compass and put it on either of the intersection points. I'm going to narrow it up just a little bit so that it fits on the screen so you guys can see a little better. And draw an arc. Now move your compass to the other end without changing the size. Place it on the intersection point of the blue and green line, and again create an arc. Last, move the compass out of the way, and it says construct a line perpendicular to line M. So what we need to do is we need to go from the intersection point of the blue and green and create a line that goes through R. Remember, a line has arrows on both ends. So I better make sure that my line also has that. So there's our line. Arrows on both ends, perpendicular. We will be talking about these in class, so make sure to write down any questions or confusion you have when you do your constructions.